All right, so the ultimate goal here is that we are going to be shifting our practice from a place of ranking and compliance and moving toward a place of learning and growing, right? So really having that focus be on learning and growing, not on the finishing of assignments and all that. That's my big goal here. Big themes for this one. We're looking at accuracy. We're trying to be as accurate with our grades as possible. We're going to be looking at motivation of students, like what is real motivation. I mean, people talk about having grades are a way to motivate students, but they only motivate some students, not especially the students that we're trying to focus on here with equitable grading. Bias resistance, we want to make sure that we take as much as possible our bias out of the grading. Not entirely possible, but as much as we can. It's great. And then really shifting a focus to knowledge and ability, right? Looking at what do the students know and what can they do as the basis of our grades. And then, of course, lastly, progress, not perfection. There's nothing about grading in school that should be about being perfect. Many students focus too much on that. All right. So in lesson one, which is what you're in right now, we're going to be really focused on why do we want to be more equitable? What's our motivation inside of us? Why do we grade in the first place? What is the point of it? Why have we done this for so many years? What do our grades really measure right now? Like, what are you actually measuring in your grades at the moment? And kind of where should they be measured? So the key tenets of equitable grading will tell us some guidelines or guideposts for what grades really should be measuring. It's very important. And then a little bit, if you're interested, what is the history of grading? How long has it been around, and where did it first start, and how did it get into K-12 education? Lesson 2, we're going to focus on quick changes that you can make right now with a very small time investment. So a lot of people are going to really enjoy this one because there are a few things you can do that will actually save you time. So they're no more work. They do take a mind shift, but they're much easier to do. In lesson 3, we're going to dive in a little deeper. These strategies do take more work on your end of the deal. So for example, allowing retakes and late work for full credit, right? So if you do that, you will get more students turning in work. That's awesome, but it means you're going to have to do some more work, and I get that is a reality for you. But we'll also dig into some of the motivation pieces and really be thinking, how is it and why is it that retaking tests and being allowed to turn things in late for full credit, why is that a motivator intrinsically? Like, why is it going to be likely it'll really make a difference in your students' lives and desire to participate? And lesson 4, which may get split up into multiple parts, but lesson 4 is where we really dig in. I mean, these are significant time investments. Oftentimes we're talking about standards-based grading, proficiency-based grading, those kinds of things, which really do take time to understand, gather, thinking about it, prioritizing them, all that stuff. It really is best done with a team. So ideally you're working with a team. If you're not working with a team, I recommend that you maybe hold off on this, maybe think about it for doing it in little bits, little pieces, and it's something that you can really work a little too hard on and maybe get burnt out on it. All right, let's get into it.